Hi everybody, welcome to my tennis YouTube channel. My name is Michael and I was a college tennis player for the community college team, and that was a long time ago. And 3 years ago I started my tennis game up from scratch back in 2020 because of COVID, I guess. So I trained a lot by myself and I feel like I've come a long way in the last few years. So I'd like to share with you what you can do to really start practicing if you're just by yourself, and if you want to need a wall, or if you want to get a practice partner. Here's a few tips. So when I start warming up, it's important to really warm up the body. This minimizes a lot of injury to yourself and everything like that. So I'm doing 5 sets of 25 for my jump rope. So it's just really important to take good care of yourself. It sounds really boring, but you'll thank yourself before you hurt your ankle. I had an ankle injury about like maybe 7 or 8 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago, and then long story short, I had some ankle surgery and it got better. But it's really important to take good care of yourself. So here's set two. Um, it's just it's good to also feel your toes, your front parts of your feet, and your back parts of your feet when you're doing this. Don't just do it mindlessly. It's important to practice mindfulness and to really listen to your body while you're doing this jump rope. Sometimes you go slow, sometimes you go fast. With tennis, I really try to define what type of day I'm going to have. So it's either an easy day, medium day, or hard day, or a very hard day. So very hard days I probably have just once a week, and it's not good to just always practice super hard like that. So here we go. I have the jump rope done. So I have like 125, and these 125s add up a lot. So you can mix up the number or the repetition, whatever you want. But choose something that's fun for you, something that you can do consistently. So here we go. I'm doing like a little ladder drill on the line, back and forth, 10 steps. I'm leading with my left foot, and I'm going 10 left, 10 right. Now I'm leading with my right foot to go 10 left, 10 right. And it's really important to get those fast, little, quick, light steps. This seems like a really big waste of time, but these little things help. They go a long way. So I'm going to try to fast forward here. See, tying my shoes, testing the racket. What do I want to hit with? The lower tension one or the higher tension one? I think I'm picking the lower tension one today. So it has more power, and also it's a little windy today. So I think it's going to help me carry the ball a little higher. Okay, let's see here. So I'm starting mini tennis. So what am I focusing on here? I'm focusing on turning my shoulders. A very quick shoulder turn. Everyone has some things they need to work on, right? Well, about a year or two ago, I saw myself with not much of a shoulder turn or a slow shoulder turn. So I really want to underscore and have that Maria Sharapova quick shoulder turn aggressive. Maria and Azarenka, learning from women is a really smart thing. Obviously men too, but if you can learn from everybody, that's really great. And what I've learned from Maria is the very quick shoulder turn. And I've really emulated from, or taken, obviously I'm not as good as Federer, but really emulated Federer and learned as much as I can about that straight arm forehand. Right here, you can see the backhand right there. That's already naturally straight for me. Everyone has something different to work on, but I have that. I'm looking to hit a good racket acceleration. Here we go, moving around. I'm practicing different stances as well, but I don't want to overwhelm myself with too many things. So when you guys warm up, don't overwhelm yourself with too many things. I have kind of a theme. Okay, I've got the shoulder turn, right? And then I want the body moving forward. Then the third thing, now it's a third thing I have to focus on, is being natural and kind of flying around with different stances and not thinking too much. Practicing effortless tennis, right? So I'm going, there we go. I'm making my body move forward. If you can see my right ankle turn on that forehand, here, watch the right foot on my forehand, and you can see when I hit an open stance, you can see that pivot. Okay, that's a closed stance. You guys get the idea. So there's something I need to work on my backhand, and that is not stepping over too much. There we go. I moved, but then I backed up a little bit. So I want to improve that. Here we go. Moving forward. I'm learning from that mistake. Now I'm practicing an open stance backhand. So really add up. Am I aiming for a target on the court? No, I'm aiming to imagine high net clearance first, because it's good to practice these slightly high balls over the net. It really is helping you. Instead of just making it over the net, you can do that later. You can aim lower later. And again, this is my opinion, but I've learned the hard way, I guess. It really helps to do this because you're not just playing the ball, you're playing your opponent too. And in order to play good tennis, you want to practice good defense and offense. But again, good defense. Defense goes a long way. There we go. There's that backhand. I realized that, hey, you know what? I want to really improve my backhand with flipping that racket over and letting it stay over, because in the few past videos I've seen myself just flick it over and retract too quickly, and that over time it seems like, okay, that's great, I'm recovering fast, but then I was doing it too fast, and then I had a bad habit of just kind of like moving it back like that. You want to keep following through. There you go, picking on the rise. Now I'm mixing up on the rise. So when you guys practice, mix up. Try to hit on the rise a little early. When I mean early, I mean in your warm-up phase. Okay, I think that's enough with this warm-up. So you guys get the idea, right? Like pick one, two, or three things you guys really want to work on. I have that fast acceleration I learned from Voluntary's Tennis Academy. And I'm working on Roger Federer's straight forehand. And then I'm working on turning like Maria Sharapova, that quick shoulder turn there. Staying low if I want to, but also like being okay not to stay low. And then now I'm getting the quick steps. So I'm not doing the quick steps right in the warm-up that you saw. I'm really working on now. I can start doing the quick steps because my body's starting to really feel warm. And I'm in tune with myself, you guys. So try to let yourself be in tune by yourself. And realize I said let. Let yourself be in tune and be in center with yourself. If you don't feel like doing it, then don't do it. Okay, here we go. Here's some baseline practice stuff. What am I focusing on here? I'm focusing on, well, I need to work on that split step, right? So there's only so much to focus on. So that's why it's so good to videotape yourself and to learn from seeing yourself. I remember a few years ago when I started videotaping myself, again, during COVID times, I did not like videotaping myself at all. And it took a little while, and I was shy about the camera, and I was self-conscious and everything like that. Like, oh my God, people are looking at me videotaping myself. You know, like you're videotaping yourself, you're on a learning journey, and whatever you do, whatever your craft is, you guys, tennis or whatever, on and off the court, it's great to either videotape yourself or have some kind of like outside tracking device so you can measure your progress. Okay, so here I am. I'm totally focused, right? Now I'm mixing in the open stance backhand that I started implementing this year and last year. Here we go. I'm moving backwards. And I recommend you guys learn from, there's a tennis channel called Top Level Tennis. And in it, last year, or 6 months ago, I learned from Coach Marco Panichi. He's Djokovic's trainer. And he had some outstanding, superior tennis drills. If you guys want to check out that video, I'll have it in the link below, but I strongly recommend it. Of all the balancing moves, including yoga and plyometrics and everything, his warm-up video is the best, and to this day I still use it. I don't use every drill every day, but what I do is I alternate and use maybe a few things at least once or twice a week, and I really try to apply it. Because it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done to do these things, right? So here we go. So now I'm using my left arm out. It's a counterbalance to things, to your hitting on that forehand. There we go. Kind of moving it in while my racket goes forward. Really hitting very through the ball. There we go. Moving back, but you see, because of Coach Marco's training, he's helped me really be assertive. Be assertive, I mean with my body, like moving back a little bit, and then I need to move forward through it. I have the back muscles, I have the right angles, and I'm not stressing my ankles too much. That's really bad. You can injure yourself. You want to use all parts of your body so you don't put stress on any part of yourself. And again, guys, after every now and then, take a rest week. I strongly recommend it. Having a rest week will help you guys recharge and there's muscles we don't realize that we're stressing out, right? Just like maybe at work, in your work life, there's some things you're always focusing on, like the printer doesn't work, or you don't like this one coworker or something like that. But you don't know, it adds up after a while, and these little burdens, after a while they add up. Like parking's a pain, it adds up, you guys. So if you think about yourself as just a tennis player right here, like tennis talk, right? So take a week off every now and then and do like different stuff. Go swimming, do yoga. Like this week right now, as I'm sharing this video, I'm doing a lot more yoga. I only do yoga maybe once a week, okay? But I did yoga already twice this week, and I'm doing it because I want to be really recharged for the next 3 weeks when I go hard. So here I am. I'm really starting to like bury through the ball now, and using more of my upper body. Oh, there you go. That's another thing I learned from Marco Panichi. I didn't really learn it from him, but thanks to him, I'm able to kind of hit the ball on one foot on the backhand, moving back, hopping back on the backhand. There we go. And that, something like that gives you the option to not have to run around your forehand. You don't have to run around your forehand. You can choose to if you want to. Murat Safin's a great tennis player, but in the Australian Open 2004 against Roger Federer, he did not need to run around so many backhands. And I think that would have helped him gain a little more of an advantage during the first set. Okay, so here we go. Here's a different angle. It's good to get different angles on things. So what I'm doing is I'm hitting one forehand down the line, one cross court. One backhand down the line, one cross court. Okay, there we go. There's the jumping backhand, right? Okay, so there's that. And when I mess up, I just instantly try to stop the point or stop the drill. Stop the rally, I mean. Okay, so there we go, and I'm practicing. There's that defensive overhead. It's good to hit these balls that are kind of like going off court, because they really help train your movement. You think they don't matter, but they really help your movement. They add up after a while. So always try to make every ball count and see it as a benefit to your training when the ball bounces bad, or if you're practicing with a player and they're spraying all over the place, right? Okay, they're spraying all over the place, but they're giving you the gift of improving more. Why? Because you're running around more. There we go. I'm able to flick that backhand more. Now I'm able to move there. I'm also alternating with the running forehand. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm running to it, and sometimes I'll hit a closed stance. Sometimes I'll hit an open stance. Right, here we go. I'm really focusing on keeping that arm straight, letting the kinetic chain just work for me, right? And same thing with you guys. There we go. I should a short back swing on that backhand, right? Because I'm hitting that on the rocks. Okay, there we go. Now I realize this is already a long rally, so I'm trying to just get whatever I can out of this. I'm trying to hit a little more conservative. No, I'm actually hitting aggressive, but I've already been in the rally, so I'm really going all out here. There we go. It's good to regulate too. Like when I do rallies, I'll hit like 20 to 30 balls nonstop. And I mean, last year or 2 years ago, you guys, like 20 to 30 balls nonstop wasn't consistent. I think 30 balls nonstop was inconsistent. I could hit up to 20, like 14 to 18 usually was my average or my mean. And now I can hit 20 to 30 and I'll just stop because I don't want to wear myself out, because it's a different type of game. Then you're playing like third set tennis. So when you guys try to practice, it is good to count tennis balls, especially if you're a quantitative type of person. If you're a more artistic type of person, then you don't have to do it. Then it's good to be true to yourself and your inner strengths. And what I mean by that, if you're a quantitative person, then it's good to count and track your progress through a quantitative method. There we go, there's those quick steps. But if you're an artistic, creative type of person, it's good to know who you are, and then it's good to use pictures and images where you can use that, and you'll improve a lot better. Why? Because you're speaking your own inner language. And a long time ago, I used a lot of images. I still use a lot of images with how I want things to be. there we go. There's more of that. That took a lot of muscle power with that forehand there. Okay, so here we go. I'm kind of like I'm spraying a little more. I realize that now. So I'm trying to recover back. There, using the open stance backhand as a defensive maneuver. There, open stance forehand. That's kind of defensive. Now I'm trying to go from defense to offense. I realized that I was a little off balance. Now I'm trying to get back into it. Here we go. There we go. Now I'm playing a lot better. Up, hit the side of the wall. Now I'm trying to make the decision. Should I keep going? Let's just try to keep going. Let's power through this. Let's power through this. Okay. Here we go. You can see that I'm just really trying to get grooved. I'm really getting a lot more grooved in now. And I'm managing myself. I'm using a higher net clearance. You can't see it. The ball's a little higher. Not too high. I'm hitting heavier. I'm accelerating my racket a little bit faster. I'm stepping a little more, there we go. That's a good closed neutral stance there. You don't want to step over too much with the front leg. There we go. That's a good forehand. Okay. Not great, but that's good. That forehand, my forehand can use a little more faster racket acceleration. That will add up over time because these balls, they'll go and that'll be like kind of somewhat a neutral shot to the opponent. There we go. I'm trying to practice those defensive off-balance shots. Try to hit him. Make every ball count. There we go. Now I'm jumping. So I hope this video is somewhat useful, at the very least entertaining for you guys to take some kind of something else, one, two, or three things out of this. So whatever tennis game you guys have, I want to let you guys know that it's going to be really true to yourself and to be true to your tennis game. And there's some advice that's going to fit your tennis game, and there's some advice that's not. Is it going to work? There's lots of ways to play tennis. There's lots of ways to go to the net and win. There's lots of ways to stay at the baseline and win. So it's up to you to know and to feel and try out, experiment what type of tennis player you are, what your personality is. You could be a shy person or introvert person like Pete Sampras, but then when he gets on the court, he's very aggressive and he's always at the net. Or you could be, someone else like Santoro. He's very good at getting every single ball back in, but he's known as a pusher type of guy. But he's true to who he is. That's what matters. Okay, here we go. I'm not stepping as much over as I could. There we go. So I think you guys get the gist of this video. So I think I'll just stop there. Thanks, you guys. If you guys want to subscribe, go ahead. I look forward to starting this up and bringing you a lot more content. Thank you.